So today, we're playing the Ranger, and we have 10 seconds of invincibility. How? With the brand new skill Time Melting, which gives your items 50% increased duration of effect. Pairing the skill with King Goobert and the Glowing Crown increase their total invulnerability timing from 6.5 seconds to 10 seconds. But hey, can we smash opponents before invulnerability wears off? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's go and jump some honoring games with the Ranger and see what we can do today. So we do start off with a box of riches, which is kind of a start here. And a set of blueberries. So I'm going to be taking our frying pan. Let's grab a banana. I'm going to roll here because they do actually want to find ourselves a broom. I'm also tempted to grab this, but I'm just going to take the gemstone. I'm going to take this storage. I'm going to take the shiny shell too, for a tiny bit of a heal. Now the chipped amethyst is literally in to cleanse any blind that our opponent does inflict on us. But yeah, I'm going to be moving on. Now we could have also grabbed a second box of riches and went for even more craziness with gemstones. Yeah, that gemstone, it does remove that blind because our opponents in the early games like to stack up a lot of blinds with brooms or pocket sands. Or especially reapers stacking up a little bit of poison. Just pause the video to remind you to like, comment or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. And unfortunately our DPS is just going to be way too low and our survivability also pretty darn low. Let's grab the broom. Let's go ahead and craft up this shovel for sure too. Let's grab this stone. Let's grab this too. And let's actually grab this garlic as well. Let's actually slot this over a tiny bit. And let's go ahead and move on. So our frying pan should be able to deal quite a bit of damage. We should be able to sustain our stamina with this banana in this position. And with our chip topaz as well. The problem is Spike Shield. Spike Shield eats up a lot of stamina, unfortunately. But hey, looking pretty good for us. And should be smashing, although that's a big old miss. That miss might have actually lost us this round. And actually, yeah, that miss, unfortunately, did lose us that round. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, I'm actually going to grab this turnip. We're going to rock a turnip with a shovel for now. And let's grab this bit of storage. And let's go ahead and move on. So we should be able to stack up a good bit of spikes. Now, the stamina cost between both of these is not going to be super great. That's for sure. So we probably want to keep an eye out for another freaking banana. But we'll see. Our opponent is rocking a frying pan with a chili pepper, with a garlic, and a banana. Which should be pretty good for us. Potentially. We have managed to get 3 spikes at least. So our opponent is going to be dealing a lot of damage back to themselves too. But it's actually looking super close here. We might actually want to get rid of our shovel to keep our turnip. And we actually do lose again, which is kind of mad. Now, unfortunately, we did get dig deeper here, but I'm not going to be taking it. I'm going to be taking smithing for dummies for now. We did get a mana orb, which I'm going to have to take. I'm going to grab this too. Let's roll. I'm going to start a garlic here to roll because they do want to find ourselves a magic staff. I'm also even tempted to sell our shovel here. I'm going to sell you to keep rolling. I'm going to sell the shovel to keep rolling, and we've managed to get. Let's sell this. And hell yeah, we're going to be placing that in. But let's reserve this leather bag. Let's actually move on for now. So we did downgrade from a shovel to a broom. But once we get our magic staff, we should be in a pretty good spot too. But our opponent is going to be rocking a shield once again, so it's going to be eating up our stamina. And honestly, even with a banana and 2 topazes here, stamina has been a big issue in these early rounds for us. We are rocking a freaking turnip as well. Turnip do eat up a lot of stamina. But hey, we got a magic staff. Now I'm going to be taking this. I'm going to be taking this healer garbs too. I'm going to be grabbing this for a little bit of lifesteal. But we should be in a much better spot with our spinning for dummies. Let's take this extra stone. Let's roll once. And I think we're going to take this garlic to increase the speed of our banana even faster. So we can actually keep up with our stamina game. Our stamina usage. But yeah, 0.4 and about 1 stamina consumption. So overall 1.5. So we should be much better for right now. Now our opponent does have shielded, but they don't have a shield, so we got very lucky facing his opponent. For sure, but it's looking much better. No out of stamina noises, which is really awesome. Although that's a big old miss, but not too bad. Now, we did get a second turn up here. We're not going to be able to take it. Now, I'm going to grab this Amulet Wiles, which is amazing for sure. We're going to be grabbing this fanny pack. And we're going to be increasing our banana with our set of blueberries. Now, let's go to move on. Actually, I'm going to be taking this bag of stones too, since we already have 2 stones. But let's keep moving. This should be pretty good. And we'll see. Our opponent is going to have amethyst steel with a leather armor. And with a frying pan too. So they're actually going to get 1 empower. They're going to have a lot of effective HP. And they do have that dreaded shield. Now, lucky for us, our magic staff doesn't actually trigger the shield. So that's going to be pretty good for us. It's only going to be our turnip. All in all, should be pretty fantastic for ourselves. We stacked up a lot of spikes. Our Amulet Wells makes our spikes deal a little bit more damage too. So overall, not too bad. Alright, let's grab a bag of stones. Let's grab this. Do we want to craft up a stone skin potion here? I don't think so. Not for now. I'm going to grab another fanny pack though. I'm going to grab another chip down road, but I'm going to keep moving once again. But yeah, I'm going to reserve this leather bag and I'm going to move on. Did place in our stones, our set of blueberries, so we do have a lot more scaling mana. Basically doubled our mana gains by having in these 2 blueberries. Which means after every 5 seconds, we should be able to scale up our magic staff because we do have to wait for 2 of these blueberries to activate twice. Unfortunately. But it should mean on the 10 seconds, we should be able to scale up consistently after that. But hey, not too bad. We managed to get our life back, and then we do got a chase to make. Now the thing is, we could go Poison Ivy here since we're going to be Spike second, but honestly, I just want to grab Neutral Sleep here and go nuts with a staff type build. So I'm going to grab you, I'm going to roll once. And we could also go for Thorn Bloom here, but I'm more interested in going for Blood Turn, so I'm going to keep rolling for now. I'm going to roll again, and holy moly, that's nuts. I also really want to grab this too. But anyway, I'm going to sell these 2 gemstones so we can grab this and craft it up pretty much this round. But hey, our stamina is going to be pretty garbage this round for sure, but we're going to move on. Our Neutral Sleep is going to be in this position, giving us a crazy amount of mana for our magic staff. So we should have that scaling up. We should be able to get a lot of vampirism as well, which should be nice. And once we get a Blood Turn in, we should be able to use up a lot less stamina. But we're dealing some big damage right now, and awesome. Looking pretty good so far. Okay, I did want to grab Prismatic Orb, but let's go ahead and grab you first of all. Amulet of Energy, which is amazing. Let's grab you too. Let's grab this as well. And yeah, let's go to move on. So this should be pretty good. We should have enough mana to scale up our magic staff a good couple of times before we do run out of mana. We should be able to scale up our spikes and vampirism with our Blood Turn as well. So overall, not too bad. Nice little combo. Now we did get enchanted weapons here, which is going to be amazing. It will definitely be amazing. But we haven't really used time melting here. So I'm going to be taking this. This is going to be a bit of a strange pick because we don't really necessarily have some fantastic items for this for right now. Now the Prismatic Orb I still want to grab though. But I do want to roll. I'm going to sell you to keep rolling. And crit chance is going to be amazing. Now the reason why I'm taking time melting is because of our crude staff going from a 1.2 seconds for all criticals to about 1.8 seconds of crits. We're also going to be using it on our Amulet of Energy as well to give that 2 seconds of faster on a Prismatic Orb. And we're also going to be looking for a bunch of caps of resilience. For sure, but we do got to move on for right now. So our Blood Turn, 0.8 stamina and 0.5 stamina, which is going to be extremely nice for us. And once we start adding in the crit with staff, this is going to be dealing some insane damage as well. And that's some big old damage. Not too bad. Oh hell yeah, let's go ahead and craft that up. Let's grab this. And you know what we could do as well? Craft up a Glowing Crown as well. Which should be genuinely smashing. But hey, let's keep going for now. So time melting is going to give our Amulet of Energy and make our Prismatic Orb trigger a little bit faster. Now our opponent is going to have a crazy amount of flat damage, which is going to be absurd and unfortunately does outpace us for sure. But once we do get a crit with staff, that is going to be some crits, which is going to be amazing. Now I'm going to grab this for a Glowing Crown, for a King's Crown I mean, and I'm going to roll. I do want to roll because all I want to do is fight. We could actually go for King Goobert here. You know what, King Goobert does sound kind of amazing here for sure. So hell yeah. Let's grab King Goobert's. Let's keep moving. And now with Crew with Staff, we should be... Oh no, didn't actually move our Crew with Staff beside our time melting. Yeah, that would actually be quite clever, but... we do get an extra 50% of invulnerability, which is going to be about 3 seconds of invulnerability, but that's some big old damage, and not too bad. Oh hey, that's going to be amazing. Let's grab our Gooberts, let's roll. And we got our cap, which is going to be amazing too. I'll be back in a second when I start our inventory. So we definitely want to grab this protectable purse. And we definitely want to grab our cap resilience. But it does mean we're going to have to take out our amulet of energy for now. Which we do want to target on our Crew with Staff so we can actually outfit our Crew with Staff, get our crit chance, and then deal some big damage with our blood turn. And with that, I'm going to move on. We're going to be crafting over King's Crown into a King Goobert, giving us a ton of invulnerability on top of it. We're going to have the damage reduction as well. Now it's counterintuitive with our caps, unfortunately, because we do get that invulnerability from the get-go. But they're looking pretty good, and not too bad. Right, we got our King Goobert, which is going to be smashing. And we definitely want to grab ourselves another box of riches. Well, let's roll. Let's grab this bit of storage. I'm also considering grabbing ourselves a bone arrow too. But I'm not going to. A regular topaz if you want it. It is on sale. I'm going to grab it for now, but let's keep moving. And we could potentially go for a Hunger Blade here. We're going to sell the bag of stones though. So we can grab this, and we could actually slot this one up. And potentially actually grab this too. Which I'm kind of down for actually. You know, I'm going to take it. And I'm probably going to want to craft up a second blood turn here. If you can sustain our stamina. With this smithing for dummies, as well as our regular topazes. We do get invulnerability. We should be able to deal quite a bit of damage. And overall, should be pretty fantastic. They're looking pretty good. All we need is more mana generation, that's for sure. But hey, we do end up with a 40 healing per second. About a 54 DPS, which is not too crazy by any means. And not a whole lot of block. The thing is, we do get 3 goes in vulnerability, and it is increased for a long period of time. Which should be about 2.2 seconds every time this activates. So that is going to be literally 6.6 seconds of invulnerability. Which is kind of absurd. But hey, let's keep moving for now. I'm going to grab this for more healing efficiency. If you want to go for Hunger Blade here. I do want to grab a card though. Let's actually grab it, but let's roll again. We might actually go for a Mana Thirst instead. Okay, let's grab our stamina sack. You know what, I'm actually going to sell all these because we're going to be grabbing ourselves a banana. And let's keep moving for now. Banana for a little bit more stamina, but let's keep going. Our cards are going to be scaling up. Our actual empower as well. Which is going to be kind of nice. We do get our vulnerability. Our opponent can't deal damage to us. We can scale up our blood turn. But our opponent is going to be stealing a lot of our buffs, which is a little less than ideal. That's for sure. And unfortunately, they're dealing so much damage, and they have stolen all our buffs. And we do end up falling short. Alright, let's grab this. Let's add that in for now. Let's grab this potion belt. Let's roll again. And actually, let's grab this, and let's keep moving. Now, another prismatic orb I do kind of want to grab, because it is going to be a lot more vampirism overall for us. But yeah, let's keep moving for now. Which should be pretty darn fantastic. Now, it did move our setup around, but right now, to have it like this. We should be able to sustain our stamina, potentially, although we are going to begin a shield, which is going to eat up a lot of our stamina, but we should be able to scale up our vampirism. And looking pretty good so far, with our invulnerability, keeping us alive, and smashing. Really, really fantastic. Let's grab this. Let's grab this fanny pack too, and let's solid roll once. Which I'm just going to slot this one in here for now. Actually, we could place it in. It does really want to sit in here, and this one kind of wants to sit in here too. But hey, this is our final round to craft, which is going to be a little less than ideal. But yeah, this should be pretty good. We're going to be moving on. I would love to craft up a couple of stone helmets. I think that would have been insanely awesome too. But we should have a ton of buffs with this whole situation. We should be able to get our vulnerability. Now this cap is not really doing a whole lot for us, unfortunately, because our King Goobert is just going to be picking up the slack. Just tons and tons of invulnerability as we scalp our damage and just deal tons and tons of damage. Now our opponent literally cannot break through that invulnerability, even though their build was straight up bananas. But hey, let's roll for now. And do we take one final prismatic orb? and just call it a day. I think we kind of have to. Let's sell our box of riches. Let's roll once. Let's roll again. And that would have been amazing. That's also amazing. So what we're going to do, we're going to sell this. We're going to sell the cap because it hasn't really been that great. We're going to sell all these. We're going to sell you. We're going to sell you. And unfortunately, we're going to have to sell you too. And we're going to be taking another Glowing Crown for even more invulnerability. Which is going to be 3 seconds of invulnerability. Now, we're going to be run through mana like crazy, but yeah, this should be genuinely insane. But we'll see. We're going to slow this one down. We are going to begin a crazy time melting type build. Staff on healing as well. But they don't get any lifesteal if they can't deal damage to us. With our amount of vulnerability, can we survive, scale up our damage, and just deal some insane damage? When they are breaking through us, they have dealt so much damage. We do get invulnerability. We do heal pretty much back up to full and start to deal that damage again. Once our battle rage does end, we're pretty much turbo dead. But hey, we do end up with a 71 DPS with a 100 healing per second, which is also pretty darn smashing too. And then not a whole lot of block. So unfortunately, we did end up facing the one build that does actually just power through our HP. Because the 1 second after invulnerability did end, they dealt 350 damage. Which is kind of nuts. So unfortunately, the time melting, strong vampiric potions, actually looking pretty good here. As for us though, also looking pretty good, but I would have loved to craft it up a second blood turn here. Second blood turn would have been awesome, and also more glowing crowns. Taking that cap resilience would have been nice if we didn't go for King Goobert here. But I do think King Goobert and time melting and glowing crown is going to be straight up awesome. But anyways, we did survive 1 life left. I'm going to have to leave here for now, and I just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing, and I hope you keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. But we'll see if we can deal with this Eater's Leaf staff wear, which are going to be scaling up super fast damage. They have no survivability whatsoever, but counter invulnerability keeps us alive for long enough. Not too bad. Okay, so we're going to begin a poison stacking Berserker here with Deer Guardian, with a Poison Spear, with a Serpent Staff. They're going to go nuts on that poison stacking. They're going to have lots of damage reduction. But our invulnerability has ended as well. We do get that invulnerability once again though with a Glowing Crown. And actually even more invulnerability. So holy moly, not too bad. Literally the whole fight almost in invulnerability the whole time. Okay, so we're going to begin a Hammer Spike Staff type build. We do get invulnerability though, so we are going to have a tough time smashing this down. Maybe they can smash us down during our pretty much tiny window of our King Goobert not activating. And holy moly, that was super close. We do get our heals. And we heal back to full. Smashing. Okay, we're back in history and we're going to begin a crazy double blood Gooberts, double blood turn. They're going to be turbo stacking vampires like no tomorrow. But actually, yeah, they're going to have no lifesteal because we have that invulnerability. Although they did some big damage, but not too bad. Okay, we're going to begin a Staff on healing. Defensive Rapier. They're going to be stealing our buffs. They're going to have healing reduction. But we do have that invulnerability. Is it going to be good enough here? They're going to have tons and tons and tons of healing. We're going to be dealing some big damage. We do get invulnerability once again. And so far, looking pretty darn awesome. Okay, we're going to begin a Blood Turn, a super fast Blood Turn. With Prismatic Orbs, Manek and Echo. They're going to be going super fast. And they're going to be getting some big mana buff bombs. So can we actually survive them? Because if they do get a big mana buff bomb, they're going to get tons and tons of healing. They're dealing some big old damage. They did get their heal back. And smash it.